This is Ciaran Gibbons for SecondsOut here in Cardiff, Wales. I'm joined by the world-class Joe Cordina. How are you going, Joe?
Not too bad, mate. Hope you're well.
And there's a nice atmosphere buzzing here in the centre of Cardiff for the big fight on Saturday. What's your thoughts on that? Williams against Eubank.
Yeah, it's a great fight, especially for Cardiff and Wales, even Britain. It's a fight that a lot of the British boxing fans wanted to see. So yeah, finally it's happening, and it's happening in Cardiff, which is a great thing for all of Welsh boxing to have another big show back in Cardiff.
I know you've trained alongside Liam Williams in Guy Lockett's gym and probably other places as well. I mean, what's Liam got to do to win on Saturday night?
I think they got to have a game plan. I think he can't just go into, not saying they didn't have a game plan against Andres, but I think he neglected his game plan and tried to rough him up, and I don't think he can do that in this fight because Eubank's been in with a lot of high-profile fighters, been in some wars, and he's a tough man. He can dish it out, but he can also take it. So I don't think trying to rough Eubank up is going to be a good idea. I think stick to his boxing, because Liam can box. He was on a GB squad for years, and he's got that pedigree. So I think if he boxes, sticks to a game plan, I think he can come out victorious. But if he don't and he decides to have a fight with Chris, I think it's going to be a very, very close and hard fight.
And the other side of the coin, what does Chris Eubank Jr. got to do to win on Saturday?
He does the same things. I haven't seen much change. Don't get me wrong. When he's been with Roy Jones, you've seen he's been a bit more calm, relaxed, and picking his shots a little bit more. But eventually, that Chris Eubank comes out of him. So yeah, I think he'll just keep doing what he's doing and try and draw Liam into a fight. I think that's what his plan will be. But who knows? It's just my opinion. So yeah.
And it's interesting, both these boxers have had fairly recent change of trainers. Obviously, Eubank with Roy Jones and Liam Williams now training with Adam Booth. I mean, how do you think that will work for Liam?
I don't think it's enough time to implement a lot of things. It's probably enough time to put a game plan together and pick a game plan that'll work and to beat Chris Eubank. But at the same time, I don't think it's enough time for him to sort of change his style or get him to fight like how Adam Booth fighters fight, nice, slick. I don't think it's enough time, but yeah, we'll soon see on Saturday. But yeah, it could be a good move. We'll soon see. Roy Jones with Chris, I think it's a good move because Roy Jones is arguably one of the best fighters of all time. So yeah, for him to teach Chris something a little bit new. And if he decides to take it on board, I think he can be a complete fighter and dominate divisions. But yeah, we'll soon see.
And obviously there's going to be a massive Welsh crowd here supporting Liam Williams. Liam is a fighter who fights with his emotions at times. Could the atmosphere work against Liam, do you think, if he can't keep his cool?
Yeah, like I said, he's got to stick to a game plan. If he don't and he fights the crowd, that can be his undoing. So I think if he sticks to his game plan, keeps his head, boxes, and use the crowd when he wants to use the crowd to uplift him and at certain points of the fight, I think he can win. But he has to stick to his game plan. And I think Adam Booth's a clever trainer, good trainer, and I think he'll pick up the right game plan to get the victory over Chris Eubank.
And just from your own personal experience, Joe, some boxers say they don't hear the crowd during a contest, whereas others say they hear them quite clearly, they hear individuals shouting things out. What's it like for you personally?
Me personally, I hear individuals. I don't hear the crowd as a whole. There's a couple of voices like my sister, my dad, my mum now and again, Tony, and they're the four voices that I hear constantly. And they could be, don't get me wrong, in big arenas and big stadiums and that, they could be a few rows back, my mum and my dad and stuff. But I can still hear them. So yeah, it's good to hear. Sometimes they shout the wrong things. I've had my dad shout mad stuff. I'm not going to repeat it, but yeah, yeah, it gives you a little bit of a buzz at times, but you can fall into that. Like my dad was telling me certain things to do, and I'm thinking I can't be doing that, mate. Can't be doing that. But yeah, it's all good, and yeah, you're individuals for myself anyway.
I remember Rhys Edwards told me about a month ago, or so ago, Rhys Edwards was boxing on the undercard on Saturday. During a fight, you can sometimes hear some of his fans shouting things like throw punches or throw fast hands. And you think, what do you think I'm trying to do?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, let him go. Well, of course I'm letting him go. Well, use your jab, and you've just finished off jabbing. It's because they're involved in the fight emotionally. They need to shout something, so they feel like that's the first thing that comes out of their mouth. They just shout it. So yeah, it's everyone's fan base is a bit different. I got some supporters that'll shout like just ridiculous things, and then I got some speak sense. So, and I suppose that's with everyone's supporters. Do you understand? So.
And where is the next step in your career, Joe? You've been ticking along nicely, building up momentum. World title fight in 2022?
Yeah, that's my plan. I'm 30 now. Don't get me wrong, I haven't been through the mill. I haven't been in a fight yet, but I thought that was a hard one. So I think I need a world title fight to bring the best out of me. Like I said, I'm 30. I ain't got time to waste. I had 16 months out with an injury and COVID and stuff, so that put me back. I think if I was active then and I didn't have that injury, I would have been fighting for a world title now. So yeah, I just need a big fight.
Okay, Joe, thanks for speaking to Seconds Out, and good luck for the future, mate. Cheers, Joe. Thank you.